So, in this one, I'm going to teach you how to downshift the truck, okay? So, when the truck is in the 10th gear, okay, and you're in, like, let's say you're going 70 miles an hour, and you're in the 10th gear, you're in the highest gear, you're in a 10-speed Volvo 780, 2007 Volvo 780, okay? You're going to press the clutch in, okay? And then you're going to put the clutch, you're going to put this in neutral, okay? So then you're going to raise your RPMs to 1300, okay? And before your RPMs, you raise your RPMs by accelerating while you're in neutral, okay? And you kind of tap the brakes a little bit, you know, and drop your speed to 65 to 60. Once you drop your speed to 60 miles an hour while your RPMs are in between 12 and 1300, you press the clutch in and you put it in the 9th gear, which is over here. Boom, this is 9th gear over here. So then, you know what I'm saying, once I'm in the 9th gear, okay, I take my foot off the brake, press the clutch in and go back to the middle here, which is neutral, okay, and I do the same process again, okay, when my RPMs are like at 13 and 1200, okay, while I'm in neutral, I press the accelerator with this leg, press the accelerator, okay, RPMs go back up to 1300, okay, let go of the accelerator, press the clutch in, and quickly go from neutral to the 8th gear, which is back here. Boom. Now I'm in the 8th gear, going down the mountain. Don't touch the brakes at all. I mean, you know, you can tap the brake little, gently tap the brakes. Don't slam on them or stab on them. Just tap it real, you know, tap the brake lightly and drop your speed to like maybe, I would say like, you're in the 8th gear, so I would say drop your speed to like 45 miles an hour. When you're at 40, put the truck in neutral first. After you're in the 8th gear, you press the clutch in and put the truck in neutral back in the middle here. Press the clutch in and then boom, put it back in neutral. Let the clutch go. Press the accelerator, tap the brakes, okay? Watch your RPMs. Tap the accelerator, tap your brakes, slow down to like maybe 20 miles an hour, maybe 25. I know it's too slow. I'd say about 30 miles an hour. Tap the brakes to 30 miles an hour, press the clutch in, okay? Press the clutch in, rev your RPMs up. Okay, when your RPMs are at 1300, when the needle's at 13, let go of the accelerator, press the clutch in, and put the truck over here, boom, in the top corner. That's 7th gear. So for 8th gear is back here, this is neutral, and then over and up. That's 7th gear. Okay? Now, once you're over and up here, okay, do the same process again. Tap the brakes to 20 miles an hour, press the clutch in, okay, put the truck back, you know what I'm saying, tap your brakes, stay in 7th gear, tap your brakes to 20 miles an hour, press the clutch in, go to neutral, press the accelerator, rev your RPMs back up to 13 again, okay, and come back over to this end to the bottom corner, boom, this is 6 right here, bam. Once you're in 6th gear, okay, let the truck down, slow down on its own. You should be at like maybe 25, 20, you should be at 20, 19 miles an hour. Now, there's a high-low switch right here. You press the switch down, which is a low gear. Okay, go back to neutral by pressing it again, pressing it neutral. Press it neutral. Okay, now you're in the low gear. So, it's the tricky part. Okay, when you press the accelerator, okay, you rev your RPMs up first while you're in neutral. But when you rev your RPMs up to 1400, okay, when you rev it up to 1400, give it time. When the needle gets somewhat in between 13 and 14, you're going to see in between 13 and 14, okay, you're going to be in neutral. Okay, between 13 and 14, you would rev your RPMs all the way up to 14, let it get in between 13 and 14, and then try to put it in the fifth gear, like going over and back. Here, boom, that's fifth gear. Okay? If it doesn't go in, or put it back in neutral, don't touch the brakes at all. Okay? Rev your RPMs up, because now the truck is going slower. Now the truck is at below 20 miles an hour. It's about 15 miles an hour. So you can't put it, it's not going to go in. So don't panic. Okay? Just relax, tap the brakes. Okay? Press the clutch in. Okay? When you're in neutral, press the clutch in and press the accelerator all the way up to 14. Okay? Again, and then press the clutch. Keep the clutch pressed. When you press it in, keep the clutch pressed in. Okay? And put it all the way over here. Okay? Do this neutral. Okay? Put it back here. Instead of going way over here to the fifth gear, put it over here to the third gear, like this. Boom. Which is directly in the middle behind neutral. Boom. Because when the truck is in between 15 and 20 miles an hour, the gears can fluctuate between third and fourth gear. So you went to fourth. This is third gear. Okay, over here in the corner, this is fourth gear, and then back over and back here, this is fifth gear. But you would need the fourth gear because fourth gear is a transitional gear. It could be you can be between 20 miles an hour and 14 miles an hour is the fourth gear, the transitional gear. So the third gear is the main gears. So always want to make sure you know your main gears. First gear, third gear, fifth gear, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th gear. Those are your main gears. And then transitional gears would be 6th gear, 7th gear, 9th gear, and first gear is a transitional gear too. So first gear, first, second, and first, second, 4th, 7th, and 10th and 9th gears are your transitional gears. Okay, so that's another one. So then, so once you're here at the third gear, okay, you should be at like maybe 15 to 5 miles an hour. So when you slow down, now I'm in an exit, okay, and I'm getting close to exit. So now I'm inside of the exit, and I'm getting to the crosswalk, and there's going to be like road traffic. So now I'm in the third gear, so I don't touch the clutch at all. I don't touch anything. I wait until the truck slows down to like 15 miles an hour, and then I press the brakes, tap the brakes to like maybe 10 to 9 miles an hour. Press the clutch in, because it's in third gear back here. Press the clutch in, rev your RPMs up, okay, and put it in the second gear up top here. Boom. Now I'm in a transitional gear. So I can stop, I can slam on the brakes, I can do whatever I want. I can stop an emergency, and I'm in the second gear within 1,000 feet of any traffic light. If you keep the discipline of being in the second and third gear, I'm talking about you have to be in the second and third gear at 1,000 feet of every stop sign, traffic light, any four-corner intersection, anything that requires you to stop by law. Okay? You always want to be within the second and third gears, between 5 and 15 miles an hour, which is the second and third gears. Mainly the second gear would be 5 to 15 miles an hour. Why the second gear? Because that's your main transitional gear. You can go into third, fourth, fifth, or you can drop down the first gear, or you can stop on a dime in case of emergency in the second gear. So you always want to be within 15. You always want to be driving the truck no more than 15 miles an hour within 1,000 feet in any city or state where there's traffic lights, or heavy traffic, or where there's mild to heavy traffic. Okay, I'm talking about rural areas, city areas, heavy areas where there's crowds and obstacles and major roadways, stop signs, and there's traffic signals. Okay, whether it's yellow or not, whether they're blinking, flashing, yellow, doesn't matter. I'm within 20 to 15 miles an hour. I'm in my safe speed. I'm in a transitional gear, and you're at an exit, and within 1,000 feet of the traffic light of the exits of any exit nationwide, You want to be within the second and third gear within 1,000 feet before exiting any exit onto a major roadway. So that gives you the most safest and most professional downshift for any truck